Everybody, we're back at it. We got a lot of work to do on some bear hides, and it's going to take the better part of the day. So, gotta get going. Gotta get going. I got this bear hide and one more bear hide to do. So, gotta get after it. Bear hides take me a long time to do, straight up. They do. When I'm just getting them, I gotta prep them in order to flush them. So it just takes me a long time, and that's just the way it is, I guess. So here we freaking go. What's up? We back at it. This is a pretty small bear. Hair's doing good. This one we got to skin the head on, so you could do this all kinds of ways. You could tube the head out and leave it all intact like this. Not me though. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to take it. Unless you're doing a bear skin rug or somebody requests that, I don't have to do that. So I'll just take it right here and split the bottom jaw right down the center. Get it started here and run it right down the center of the bottom jaw. Gotta get it started pretty good. There we go. Just kind of line it up. Go straight down the center. Make sure you got it all the way through. Oh yeah. And we're just gonna be skinning this head out right now. Make sure you got it all the way through. Alright, I'm gonna start skinning back this head. The skin on this head. Just working our way around. You can see I've exposed a lot of the jaw now. What's up, Jason? We're working on some bear right now. Man, that's a hard name. Meadow, I don't know. What's up? What's up? You love bear? Yeah, bear's pretty cool critters. I'm not really crazy about bear meat, but I think they're pretty cool animals. They got really good fur, that's for sure. I've only had bear sausage though, so I can't really speak on it. I just know I don't like well done steaks and crap like that. I'm from Arkansas. What's up? United States. This is a bear, y'all. From the U.S., Jason. Whereabouts in the U.S.? Had really good fur. Not anymore. Well, no, it's still got it. That's what we're getting. So, what part of the hide is most valuable on a bear? I'd say the body of it, where all the fur is the thickest. Heck yeah, what's up, y'all? If you want to get down, you got to get down to Arkansas. Yeah. What part of the hide? Okay, I read that one. How many razor blades do you go through in a process like this? A crap ton. I'm actually kind of like concerned that I don't have enough right now to finish this whole process, but I think that I can make do with what I have. But yeah, I don't know exactly how many, but I go through a lot of razor blades. And the reason why I like razor blades so much is like when I'm doing this part of it, I'm skinning this out with like hide tanning on the mind, not just skinning. And a lot of people don't realize that. So I'm doing a lot more tedious work. I'm trying to get closer into these nooks and crannies and stuff and keep as much of the meat and crap on the freaking animal as possible. I'm not trying to do a sloppy job. And razor blades help with that. Check out the Linux razor blades that have a gold tip. They last a while. I will. Thank you. Linux razor blades. I will check that out. Ruco Hernandez says, no. What am I doing? I'm skinning a bear. My throat is scratchy and ears are tingling when I smell the hairy lolly. That's crazy. What are you making? So I'm going to be tanning this bear hide. I've actually got several bear hides behind me. I'll show you. That one and that one. Got to work on them. And I got about 4 or 5 more in my freezer too. So a lot of bear hides to do right now. Just trying to knock them out. You could say this ain't my first rodeo, but like I gotta skin out all these paws on these bears. This takes a little bit of time. No, I didn't kill this bear. No, these aren't for sale. Cutting the ear off now. Some of these bigger parts I can just, take the old knife and get after it. Bear is good eating. Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. All right. You have a gun? Yeah, I do. Hot bro skulls. All right. PokeCon, yo, what's up? What's up? Jason, have you ever had frog legs? Heck, yeah. Luke, what am I skinning? This is a bear right here. A good old bear. Getting ready to get around these eyes right here. Gotta be careful around the eyes, around the tear ducts. No, I didn't shoot it. Message retracted. Yeah, it's dead, obviously. Who just asked if it's dead? Quick question. That was bear? Yep, that's a bear there. What do you do with the skull afterwards? So, I'm gonna do a European mount on this skull and get it all white. Going around these eyes right now, you want to be careful around the tear ducts because a lot of people gash them and it doesn't look good. I just want to get as close as I can to the skull on these eyes. I don't care if I leave a lot of meat or a lot of membrane on them because I can get all that off later. I'd rather have a bunch of that to get off than have freaking holes in the tear ducts of the eyes. There we go. It's nice. Go around the top of this nose here. Get ready to cut some of this cartilage off. We gotta remove all that cartilage out of the nose here in a minute. What's up, you guys? No, it doesn't smell bad. Is that a famous cocaine bear? No. This is a black bear. Can you marry me? No. Does it smell again? No. You don't know what you're talking about. Bear meat is very good. I've tried bear meat. I don't know if you're talking to me or not. I didn't like it. Damn, the coolest dad. Heck yeah. Bear stew is the best way I've ever had bear. How do you get the toes on a squirrel? Very carefully. We're going to do the toes on this bear, so you would basically do the same thing, but on a heck of a lot smaller scale. Go over here and do this eye real quick. Now this skull, I'm just going to throw it back in the freezer. Probably going to do a YouTube video with it on how to Euro. Oh, you're all good. You're all good. Canada 515. Yeah, I've only had bear sausage, and I just wasn't crazy about it. But so that's, I've had that recently. I haven't ate enough bear meat to say whether or not I like it. I know I don't like meat cooked well done. And you gotta cook the crap out of bear meat, so it's like, I don't know. How do you get the cartilage out of the nose? We're about to do it. I'll show you. So I like to cut a pretty good amount of cartilage off of the nose. So I got plenty to work with. But yeah, that's probably like, we're gonna take care of this face first. So we're gonna take the cartilage out of the nose and split the ears and remove the paws and everything like that. So this bear skull, I will be cleaning it up and making a Euro mount out of it. Not a very big bear, crazy looking. I took the time to take all the grizzle and it was horrible. Yeah, I think the internal temperature has to be 165 degrees. I cooked it to like 200. I didn't care for it. there wasn't like a natural taste of that sausage. And I was like, oh yeah, this is good. Like if I eat white-tailed deer meat, I'm like, dang, this is great. What does a full bear mount cost nowadays? I remember in the 90s it was like $750. I don't know what it costs now. I don't mount these animals. I just tan the hides, but it's probably way more expensive than that. Let's just set this head right here for everyone to look at their convenience. All right. So now we got the nose. We got the nose of this bear. All right. What I like to do is find all my crap. What I like to do is split these lips right in front of the nose. Split it down to the skin. That way I can, because a lot of this thick crap is covering the cartilage. And it makes it difficult to remove if you don't have this out of the way at least. And go ahead, I'm going to be splitting these lips anyway. So I like to just go ahead and peel it back right here. Just get that part started. So I'll just be making some little feather cuts here. Kind of getting that peeled back like that. See, I have split it and peeled it back away from the nose. Did your dad teach you all that? No, I learned it on my own. What's up, everybody? Yeah, that right there, that's an eyeball. I subscribe. Hope you're on here often. Yes, I am. Thank you. Chris Man, it's hard for me to pronounce. My brain didn't work like that. All right, so now I'm going to split this other side. A lot of meat right here where the upper lip connects into the nose on the skin. Y'all, this is the gruesome part of hide tanning. You're terrified? This is the gruesome part of it. Now, once you get done with this part and you finish fleshing it, you keep the hide clean. Like, you know, it's very clean work after that, after this right here. But this is the part, you know, if you want to tan hides, you got to kind of deal with this. And it's, you know, it can be very tedious, very gruesome. It can be messy. I try to keep it as clean as possible. But it's inevitable. It's a dirty job to get a hide ready to make something nice out of it. It just takes a lot of patience, and you got to deal with this part of it. If you want to have a nice, you know, if you hunt and you want to make something cool out of the hide, yo, what's up, Will? Thank you for subscribing. I'm a pro chef. I only give simple advice. Heck yeah. Only ever worked with deer and moose. Yeah. I haven't ever killed a moose. That would be insane. I can't imagine how big they are in person. So whenever you're taking the cartilage off, we expose this bottom part of the nose right here. So now we're going to go around to the top part, and we're just going to peel back the skin, putting a little bit of pressure from the inside. We're going to peel back the skin from the cartilage very carefully. We don't want to cut no holes. We just want to separate cartilage from the skin. That's all we try to do. I can't do without meat either, man. I gotta have it. The weird star-looking thing, that's the cartilage right there. That's what you're talking about. What's up, Benny? So we're gonna continue to work around this cartilage. And what you're looking for is to just get to the end of it. Once you go as far as you can go, then we'll go to the next step. So I'm just going to kind of work on getting as far as I can go. Press on it from the inside to kind of stretch it out a little bit. It's going to start getting pretty thin when you get down in this thing. Okay. You'll know that you're getting to the end of it when you start. It'll be real thin right here, y'all. If you ever find yourself doing this. Now that I've got all the cartilage on the inside of the nose exposed, it's just crazy, guys. Biggest deer I got, just 8 points. Heck yeah. So once you get all the cartilage exposed, let me kind of hit this real quick. Okay, I just take a razor blade, and you've got 2 nostrils. Well, that's separated by cartilage. You've got the, this is center. You got this center line of cartilage right here. And you want to just split it. And it's kind of hard to go straight down the center of it. You want to do the best you can on that. Doesn't matter what animal you're doing. Are you going to boil the skull and remove the meat? Yep, sure am. Do you work on turkeys? Nope, I don't. I just do mammals. I just tan fur. So you want to put some pressure on it and split this nasal right down the center. And be careful not to, go too far and cut through the septum. Just want to take, once you get down here close to the bottom, just take little slices. If you don't, you'll cut that nose, man. You'll cut right through that nose on the other side. And so you're just trying to look for cutting through the cartilage completely. Now you have these 2 nasal passageways totally split. You can remove them individually now. This is the part you want to be very careful on. It doesn't matter what animal you're doing. You can pull on them individually now and you can go even further at this point. Okay. Now, you want to turn it over and be looking at the outside as reference, because you don't want to cut too deep and cut through the actual outside of the nose. What I like to do is just go ahead, cut some off. Like I just cut some off, and I still leave some on. That way I can now see the outside of the nose and see exactly where I'm at. And you just have to cut everything that is not the outside of the nose. It's just one of the things you're going to have to just do and see for yourself, because it's really impossible for me to show you on here. But what I'm saying is pretty self-explanatory. You just don't want to cut any of that outer black nose off. You just want to cut everything that's on the inside of that off, cartilage-wise. And so see, that's one side completely removed, no cartilage. I leave a little rim of cartilage around the outside of the nose so it doesn't get messed up. It kind of supports that outer edge a little bit. I just leave that much off, or on. That's what I do. So again, on this side, cut about half that cartilage off, just so the outside is exposed and you can see how far you need to go, how far you need to cut. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing. Always very careful on this part to make sure I'm not cutting any of that black nose off from the inside. Don't need to be in no rush when you're doing this. What's my biggest bug? Just 8 point. What's up, Lane? I've killed a few 8 points. I bow hunt. I just strictly bow hunt. I don't gun hunt deer at all. nothing gets gun hunting. That's what I've always done. All right, there's all the cartilage from the nose removed. No cartilage in there. Man. All right. Heck yeah, Lane. What's the biggest deer you've ever killed? All right, so now I'm gonna go through here and remove this outer gum line right here. I want some rabbit O too. Calf steak, lamb, properly cooked, and tripes, yeah, cooked and washed properly without any dirt left, but still flavored, and blood sausage with fire roasted potatoes and bread. I want all that too, like right now. Where's it at? Straight up carnivore, that's what's up. So y'all, this right here is a long process. This is probably gonna take every bit of an hour and a half or so to get this 160-inch 11 point. That's freaking sweet. That's a nice buck. Yeah, I'm looking for one now. I've been meat hunting forever. I'll just kill anything that's legal that walks out in front of me because I've just been hunting for meat for a long time, which I hunt in Arkansas. I mean, there's big bucks in Arkansas, but you got to be in the right area. I mean, they're everywhere. But you got to be in the right location, that's for sure. They're hard to come by. You either got them on the property you're hunting or you don't. I mean, and a lot of times if you get them, if you have them, you got to be close to their freaking core area, or you'll never see them. And for me, 9 times out of 10, I'm not able to hunt on the property where their core area is. But I did just find a new place to hunt this year that's got some giant bucks on it. I seen some of them, but I wasn't able to get a shot at them. And I'm real hopeful for next year to hopefully kill the biggest buck of my life. I did shoot the biggest buck of my life this year, but sadly I did not find it. I got pretty worked up. And it was a long shot for me, 40-yard shot. And I didn't practice this year as much as I used to, and that didn't help me either, man. Truth be told, it happens. It sucks when it does. So I'm just splitting these lips. New York, heck yeah, New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. New York. I'm just playing. What's the temperature in New York right now? Dang. Both. That's cold. That's cold as crap. I think it's gonna be like, I think it's like 20 something here right now in Arkansas. It's just cold. For us, that's freaking cold. Alright, so you can see I'm just splitting all that crap off of that inside there. Just filleting it out. And you can do that on any animal that you're wanting to tan the hide on. And for now, I'll just leave it on there. I'm going to be revisiting this entire thing several times. 36 Celsius, dang. I don't know how to read Celsius. I wonder what that 36 Celsius, what is that in Fahrenheit? You can see, that's where I have peeled that off. 21 degrees. Laying you in New York, Joshua Wood 96. Dang, that's hot. Yeah, I like wintertime because the flies are gone, man. When summertime gets here, man, it's gonna be a battle. But I've got some plans to keep the flies away. I've not been enjoying the flies. They suck. No, I don't duck hunt. Poke comments like ew. Alright, so feeling pretty good about that. Let me see here. Let me work just a little bit of this bottom off. Thank you guys for watching. I sure do appreciate it. The bottom of this is going to get cut off later on, just to kind of give this thing a nice shape when it's all said and done. So there we go. Cartilage removed. Well, we've got the head skinned, nose cartilage removed, the lips turned out. All right, now we're going to move up to the ears. And what I like to do is just kind of grab some of this flesh about an inch or two away from the ear bulb. And I'll go all the way around the ear, just peeling everything towards the ear bulb to clean the area. Just kind of remove it of flesh. You see how I'm doing that? I'm going around the entire ear bulb. There's a little flap of cartilage on every animal. The front part of the ear towards the eyes, there's cartilage that will come out, protrude out of the ear bulb, or just the ear. You'll want to remove that off of the flesh. It's nothing more than a barrier that's just blocking the skin from any salt or anything like that. So once we get everything up to the ear bulb like this, see how we got that? All right, we'll take it and anywhere on it, just split that flesh that you pulled up. This applies